The ISL is a shit league. Why do you keep watching that? My friend, who is a fan of FC Barcelona, asked me. I did not know what to reply. I was just sitting there, staying silent. I did get introduced to football because of the 2014 FIFA World Cup, and slowly I was able to get a glimpse of the Premier League. Soon, Chelsea became my favorite European club. But the fact is, I did not grow up watching European football. I did not grow up watching the Premier League, but instead, I grew up watching the ISL. I know it may sound funny to some people, but I get so much happiness supporting my local club Chennai FC and also supporting my own national team. I remember when I was 11 years old, and when people asked my brother, which country do you support in international football? My brother would proudly say, India. And I would be like, oh, really? I see. Because back then, I was just following ISL and wasn't following the national team much. And then slowly, I started to read about the history of Indian football. There's so much history, the players, the clubs, and many things. And soon in 2018, Sunil Chetri made that plea in Twitter. And when I started to research more about Sunil Chetri, I was amazed. I was totally amazed that he, such a legend, is still playing for our country and doing so much for our country, but nobody knows about him. Forget that. Even the football fans in India, they don't know about him. I don't have any problem with the people who only watch European football. They do they, and just let them watch European football. I don't really have anything against them. But they who absolutely knows nothing about Indian football and knows nothing about Sunil Chetri and proceeding to talk shit about our own country and talk shit about our own players is bothering me. When we say that Sunil Chetri has scored 80 international goals, we say that he's the best player in our country and he's absolutely someone who deserves to be called as the best player of the country and a legend as well. But some kids wearing the Argentina jersey or the Barcelona jersey will just funnily say to him that, oh, you scored all your goals against Bangladesh, you scored all your goals against Nepal, who cares? And they will laugh and walk away. It's obvious that there's no comparison between Chetri and the other top players in the highest international goal scorers list. However, that doesn't lead you to mock Chetri. And the truth be told, among the Indians who do this, I'm pretty sure 99% of them, they don't watch Indian football. But it's also kind of reasonable why they wouldn't watch Indian football. For obvious reasons, of course. The level of football is not good. India doesn't play in the FIFA World Cup. These two statements, or these two reasons, are the most common things that would come out of someone who doesn't watch Indian football. People who thinks it's very easy to qualify for a FIFA World Cup and so and so, we will keep that in another video, or we'll keep that in another story. But coming to the level of football, I agree, India isn't that good. But that does not lead you to mock the ones who watch Indian football. There are so many countries other than India. In fact, there are so many countries which are not as good as India, but they still have so many fans watching their national team, watching their clubs. For example, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and so many countries, they They don't wait for their country to achieve something exceptional to support. Here in India, people only wait till a sport gets successful, or till our national team gets successful in a certain sport, and then they start to support. Now that's obviously fine and reasonable. It still bothers me that we can do better. In a country with population like this, we can still have more fans supporting our national team. Even Cambodia, when India played against Cambodia, we were able to win 3-2 against Cambodia. And that match, which happened in Cambodia, it had like 60,000 to 70,000 attendance. And I'll tell you, Cambodia is like one of the worst countries in Asia in terms of football, of course. They're not even the level of Bangladesh, but they have massive support in their local leagues and also for their national team. Indonesia as well are probably around the level of Bangladesh. They still have so many fans all over. They know that Indonesia isn't like anywhere near Asia's best, but they keep supporting. They don't care about the level of football. They only care because their nation is playing it. And similarly, whenever people ask me, doesn't the level of football in ISL bother you, or why do you keep watching this crap league, or if anyone even laughs at me for watching it, all you have to tell them is that it's not about the level of football. It's about the attachments. That's right. It's about the attachment that you have with a certain club or with your national team. Trust me, even though I'm a fan of Chelsea, and because I don't follow European football much, and because I did not grow up watching European football, Chennai winning the ISL, it felt better. I felt so good when Chennai won the ISL than when Chelsea won the UCL. I know this sounds so corny and kind of, bit rubbish, but that's what an attachment to the local team does. I don't care about the level of football, and I don't care because my country is playing in it, and my club is playing in it. It doesn't matter the level of football. Sport is sport and football is football, and I love watching football no matter where they are, and I would still be supporting my local team. All my football friends in my school, they're busy watching the Champions League, Premier League, the La Liga, and so many things, and that's all fine, but what bothers me is that they still laugh at me for watching ISL or for watching Indian football. I once told them that I did not sleep yesterday. I slept at 5 a.m. yesterday because I was watching Mumbai City playing in the AFC Champions League. But my football friends, European football friends, they just laughed. They just laughed and didn't really care. Time will tell when there is a mindset change, or there's a mindset shift among not just the football fans in India, but also with the people in India in general. Football in India is improving, and ISL, forget ISL. Even if I was born in another small country, let's say Bangladesh, if I was a Bangladeshi or a Nepali, I would have still watched my local team play. I would have still cared about my nation's football, because there is attachment. And I know that I'm not alone. I know that many of you guys have also been through this and have also been passionate towards Indian football. And despite having so many passionate Indian football fans like us, we don't get to see our national team play properly telecasted. And I'm going to end this video by saying that if someone mocks you or laughs at you for watching ISL or for supporting your national team, you don't have to give an F. Seriously, you don't have to give an F to them. Just keep watching and support your local club and national team. Blue Tigers forever.